What's up, you guys? Welcome back to V.S.O.P Sports Radio, where we only drink the finest of V.S.O.P cognac. I'm your host, Ryan, and today we are going to be talking about the best NBA players not being American. And this is according to ESPN's top 10 player rankings going into the season. And now that we're about a month and some change into the season, I wanted to go ahead and explore to see just how these players that ESPN has ranked as the best in the NBA are holding out. But before we do that, if you guys can do me a huge favor and hit that like and subscribe button, because my philosophy is if you enjoy the vibe, why not like and subscribe? Now let's get into it. What we're about to do is we're about to just take a fast look at the top 10 that ESPN has ranked, and then we're just going to jump right into the stats. So let's start with number 10 on the list. Going into the season, Anthony Davis was ranked the 10th best player in the league. And I'm just going to tell you like this. Based on where we're at in the season, it's the beginning of December. He is definitely not top 10, okay? I would say he's around 17 the way he's playing. And that's because he's just inconsistent. I mean, every day is a new day, and you just never know what you're going to get with this dude. Just the other night when they got blown out by the 76ers, he didn't even score over 20 points, and Embiid got a whole triple double on this dude. But anyway, we're gonna breeze through this list. But something about Anthony Davis, they're giving this man all this money, and he's not living up to the hype. So, I hope he does some damn charity work with that money. But anyway, let's move along. At 9, you got LeBron James, and I think this is a fair assessment just because, his production is going down slightly, and the man's been in the league for over 20 years. I mean, just for him to be at number 9, that is not a knock to LeBron. LeBron is doing his thing, and he is continuing to be the best player on the Lakers. How can a guy who's been in the league for 20 years be the best player on your team? Anthony Davis, that's another reason why I say Anthony Davis does not need to be in the top 10, because it's just ridiculous that LeBron James still has to shoulder the load at this age. He should be on cruise control. Number 8, you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is Canadian. So already in ESPN's top 10, here's a non-American right here. You got Shai, and he's balling. What a pickup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know the Thunder are very happy that they made the trade to trade Paul George out of town. And in return, they got back Gilgeous-Alexander. They've been building a nice team over there, and they've definitely have got next. Okay, number 7, KD. KD is still the what do they call him, the Slim Reaper, and he's still doing his thing. No knock at him at number 7, but let's go. Number 6, American Jason Tatum, leading the Celtics. This is definitely a fair assessment. He is one of the premier stars of the league, and he, along with Jaylen Brown, led the Celtics to the championship a couple seasons ago. But now we're gonna dive into the top 5, and this is where things get a little tricky. Steph Curry is at number 5. Everybody knows about Steph Curry and his ability to shoot threes. NBA leader in threes. The man's still a threat whenever he's on the court. He, at any moment, he can take over and get things done. But now, this is where the list gets really interesting. We're gonna go to number 4. So, like I said, we've entered the top 5 players according to ESPN. Number 4, we've got Luka Doncic. Okay. The Dallas Mavericks this season has definitely had a resurgence. Luka and Kyrie Irving have definitely formed some camaraderie, and it's really showing on the court. Very soon we're going to dive into the stats, but I'm just breezing through this list right here. These top 4, we're just going to breeze through. Okay. At number 3, we've got Joel Embiid. Okay. Another non-American, international player, although he did play college in America. Number 2, you got Nikola Jokic. Okay, who, I mean, no one saw this guy being the star that he is. And then you've got Giannis Antetokounmpo at number one. Now, again, this is ESPN's top 10 rankings going into the season. And so, what we're going to do now, okay, is take a deeper dive into, uh, um, let's go with start with number four. So, Luka Doncic this season, as of the start of December, is averaging 31 points, 8 rebounds, and pretty much 8 assists. You know, the top, the number four best player in the league according to ESPN. I mean, this guy Luka Doncic, he is easily, in the runnings for MVP at some point very soon. And then, like I said, number three, you got Joel Embiid, averaging 32, 11, and 6.5 assists per game. Stellar numbers. Number two, you've got Nikola Jokic, 29 points a game, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists. I mean, this dude is pretty much averaging almost a triple double. Again, non-American, athlete. And then, according to ESPN, you got Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's averaging 29.8, pretty much 11 rebounds. So he's pretty much averaging 30 and 11 and 5 assists. I mean, what is going on? The rest of the world has caught up to the Americans when it comes to basketball. These guys are just balling out. And it seems like every year more and more international players are being drafted. And so, these homegrown young guys, they better get it together, because these guys across seas who live and breathe and sleep basketball, they're coming for your spots in the NBA. So, I just wanted to take a look into these numbers because it's very interesting. Like I said, when you look around and you just look at all these teams, what the NBA should consider doing is a USA versus the world all-star game, and it doesn't have to be like, these massive rosters, but shoot, the top 10 world players versus the top 10 Americans at some point. It doesn't even have to be during all-star weekend. It could be, during some other time of the season. I don't know. I think it'd be very interesting. But you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys think that as more and more time comes along, there's going to be more and more international players in the NBA? And if that happens, the NBA is going to have to incorporate more games, that feature teams from different countries. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. And I will catch you guys next time here at V.S.O.P Sports Radio. Peace.